Hey, on one of our most recent videos, somebody shared a comment which really resonated with me. And he basically said, look, I procrastinate because I'm scared of failing. And if I don't try, then I can never fail. And I was like, oh shit, I remember feeling like that. So I just wanted to share my own experience of procrastination and the things that it's cost me and how I sort of came out the other side. I went to top grammar school. It was one of the best in the UK, and getting to sort of 17, 18, 16, 17 years old, a couple of people were like, oh, are you going to go to Oxford or Cambridge? I was like, I don't know where I'm going to go, because I was too busy procrastinating, doing drugs, not really doing a lot of my life, didn't have a plan, had no intention, and ended up going to Warwick, which is still pretty good, but procrastination cost me going to a better university, doing a better degree, going to university and just not studying very hard, like doing just enough. You know that feeling when you're bright enough where your talent and your ability will kind of get you there so you don't have to try that hard, but deep down inside you kind of know that you could have done better. And every time when you get a result or a grade back and you're on the outside, you're like, yeah, whatever, man. But on the inside, you kind of die a little bit inside. And I knew that if I wanted to go and work at a big firm, I needed to get a 2-1. I didn't, I got a 2-2 because this dumbass got really high, then plagiarised loads of his dissertation, right? And good for Warwick, they caught me. And they said, you've plagiarised loads of your dissertation. I was like, yeah. And so I ended up getting a 2-2, which was just completely stupid. Bearing in mind, I didn't turn up to a lot of my lectures. I just used to turn up on the first day, get all my books, and then turn up for exams. And also those times when people are like, are you dead? Where are you? And that's not something that I suggest, because I really robbed myself of a great opportunity at university. And a lot of that was down to fear. You know, and people talk about that fear of failure. And really, for me, it's just that fear of being seen. Of somebody actually seeing you and maybe the reality not matching up to the fantasy, which it really does, because I had an overextended sense of self-importance. I thought that it was bigger, better, badder than everybody else, and I could be just as good as all the people that I, sort of looked up to, whether it be on TV or on social media. And the truth was I wasn't, because they'd done loads of hard work and I hadn't. I was just half-arsing around. And I thought I could half-arse my way into success, and I couldn't. And this kind of continued. So didn't get a 2-2, got a reasonable job, went off to go and work in structural glass. It was just a bit of a nothing job. I ended up doing a nothing job with okay people, not really going anywhere, not really doing anything, because I just procrastinated. And a lot of, at that time, so by now I'm sort of 22, and I'm still blaming other people. I'm still like, well, if you had the childhood that I had, or my dad wasn't there and now he's dead, and my mum, she's got really bad mental health and all that kind of stuff, right? But no one cares. Like, it doesn't matter, you're an adult now, and luckily I had some good people around me. And in a nice way, they'd be like, look, you really need to get your finger out of your ass. But I still wouldn't for some time. And procrastination is still something that I can struggle with today, because what I've realized is what I think doesn't really matter. What I think that I will do, and what does matter to my self-esteem is when I say that I will do something and I don't do it. Because I believe, for me as a man, my self-esteem is predicated on the promises that I keep to myself and the promises that I keep to the people that I love. And that can be really hard, which does mean you need to say no a lot. You need to not make promises to people. You need to not say that you will do stuff, because if I say that I will do it, then I need to do it. And that's a really quick way to move towards overworking, getting stressed, and moving towards burnout. But, this fear of failure that people talk about, I have failed thousands of times. And I certainly don't consider myself to be a success. I just think I'm just some guy who works more than most people, who tries harder than most people, and therefore gets a modicum more of results than other people. And I've always had really long time horizons. So I think in terms of 5 years, 10 years. I don't really think in terms of today or tomorrow or next week, because I find that that can be really damaging. And it's really simple. How can I just do a good job of this one thing today? If you're struggling to get started, or if you're procrastinating, it's really simple. Just shut off all external sources of entertainment. Put your phone somewhere else, switch off your Wi-Fi, and just sit with a piece of paper and a pen, and with one thing that you have to do for an hour, for 30 minutes, for 20 minutes. I guarantee you that you're going to start getting things done. There is an element of when, in a lot of popular culture is more moving towards that way, and that sort of, Jocko Willink, David Goggins, do hard things, discipline matters. And also this kind of stoic mindset that I have long been a fan of, which is, it doesn't matter, just do the work. What's the next thing that you have to do? Just sit down and do that thing. And very often it is about removing distraction. I don't know a lot of people who just sit there in a room with nothing else to do apart from one thing and not get that thing done in a day. But people will lie to themselves and convince themselves that actually they're really busy, or no, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. No, you just can't stop looking at useless shit on your phone. That's the basic reason why. That essentially is the basic reason for why I don't get things done. It's either looking at useless shit on my computer or useless shit on my phone. I don't watch video games. I don't watch a lot of TV these days. Though when I do, I really enjoy it because I've had a productive day. That doesn't mean I'm super productive every day. It doesn't mean I'm super efficient, super effective. If I plan what I'm going to do the day before and do it, and say you can't do anything fun until you've done the stuff that you want to do, it's simple. It's kind of like school, but for adults, right? So if you're not getting started, what's the very smallest thing that you can do after watching this video? And do it immediately. Tony Robbins used to talk about it in all of his, self-help tapes, which are absolutely brilliant. A lot of them are available for free on YouTube. And he'd say, do it now. Like, don't do it later. Don't do it tomorrow, because you're not going to do it. You're just going to get all motivated and all hyped up. And to a certain extent, YouTube can still be like that. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that thing. Yeah, fucking David Goggins running along a road calling me a bitch. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And then you don't do it. And then there you are 3 days later going, why haven't I moved forward? It's because you're missing out the really basic thing, which is just do the fucking thing that you're meant to be doing. Just sit there, remove all distractions, and just do that thing. You will do it. I mean, either that or you just have some sort of mentality of sheer bloody mindedness. But I guarantee, I would bet anybody money watching this video, if you removed all external sources of entertainment and all you could do was the thing that was in front of you that you had to do, and you didn't do it today, I would give you money. If you were being super honest with yourself and with me. It's certainly not going to last longer than a day. So is the fear of failure real? Yes. Is the fear of success real? Yes. Does it matter? No. It doesn't really matter. We all feel these feelings. We all have an element of fear. But what matters is what we're going to do with it. How will we use that fear to shape us, to channel and drive towards that thing that we ultimately want to do? And also embracing the fact that if you're doing something that's hard, you're going to fail a lot and it's going to be difficult. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel difficult. The counterculture at times has been like, oh, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. What a load of shit. What do you mean if it doesn't feel good, don't do it? I mean, I didn't feel good when I had to do a lot of things that were hard. My brain would just go, oh, just stay comfortable, because maybe you might die if you do this, so don't do it. If it feels hard, lean into it, do more of it. And that's really a philosophy that's helped me to have a small modicum of personal success. And I say personal because in myself, I know that most days I'm doing the very best that I can do to be the best man that I can be. The perception of success from other people's eyes is not really relevant. What's relevant for me is the most important opinion, which is my own. And the most important opinion to you is your own, because it's basically how do you see yourself and the things that you're doing. And I'm almost certain if you are breaking the promises that you make to yourself and you are not achieving the things that you know that you can achieve, your opinion is very low. But if you begin to make it simpler and do more of the things that you said that you would do when you promised yourself, you will feel better about yourself. Simple as that. Simple, but not easy.